Hey, what's going on, everybody? Young186 back again with another video. This is going to be a video response to Young1HD about his video about online gaming ruining single-player gaming. And I put in the comment section that I didn't think that was necessarily the case. I do agree that online gaming has affected online gaming has affected single player gaming, but I think that's part of the reason. I think that's part of the reason why is I think that since online gaming has become the more predominant in this generation, I just feel like naturally games that we normally do tend to play, progressively are more likely to have online. You know what I mean? If you've been playing, Nintendo platformers throughout your life, naturally you don't feel like online gaming is necessarily important. You know what I mean? Like me personally, I don't think it's as important, but for games like the games that I have, the games that I like to play, all of them have online. So that's just how it goes. And I've always put more emphasis on buying multiplayer type games, like fighters and sports games, and now military style shooters. That's just how I am. But that doesn't mean I won't play a single player game. But onto my comment in his video and me explaining it. I do feel like the gaming industry as a whole is the reason why single player gaming has taken a nosedive, because the gaming industry as a whole don't trust their product. They don't trust that it will sell, and that's what seems to be more important to them. Well, it's always been important, but even more so now that games are more expensive to make, that you have tons of competition, and you look at the popularity, if you will, of online gaming, especially with Xbox Live. They feel like it's important. Like, you look at, perfect example of this is Dead Space 3. A game that really rejuvenated the survival horror game genre, the essence of being alone and being hopeless while you have a bunch of monsters coming after you. That really rejuvenated the survival horror genre, and now in their third game they're going to have online co-op. You know what I mean? And instead of doing what I think a lot of game companies should do, is if it's a single player game, and this is just my opinion, I could be, you can disagree with me all you want, but this is just my opinion. Instead of EA doing the smart thing and making the game, $10 cheaper, you want Dead Space 3 to keep the essence of what a survival horror game is, and you want it to sell, just make it $10 cheaper. But yeah, they have to add online. Obviously, with EA, they're gonna have the online pass. And they're gonna have, obviously the nickel and diming with DLC. But I'm not gonna get into that. I just feel like overall the gaming industry just seems to be obsessed with wanting using avenues as like online gaming to take more of your money. And I mean, listen, it's a business, so you have to. So I totally understand that. I just think that they don't. I think that the gaming industry as a whole can't find creative ways to add to the single player experience without adding some type of multiplayer aspect to it. Now you look at, we're at least not doing it creatively, and without really breaking up the essence of what the game is supposed to be about. Like you look at what Sucker Punch did with Infamous 2 with user generated content. For every game that did that and did that well, you have a bunch of games that just say, oh well, we'll just put co-op in there and half-ass it and whatever. And you have other games that have very good single player campaigns, but then just shoe in multiplayer just for it to sell more, and not have it done correctly. So it is disappointing, but I don't feel like online gaming in general has messed up single player gaming, because PC gaming as PC gaming has had the online community stuff and online gaming and stuff like that, and you look at games like Mario, Zelda, God of War, traditional single player games that have always done well even with that. So it's just a matter of the gaming industry just having faith in the developers, and then just using some common sense. If you don't feel a game is going to sell at full retail price, just make it $10 cheaper, have it available digitally. Just give people incentives to buy the games. Don't just sell it for $60 and then blame us when we don't buy the games. It's just, that's just my opinion. But anyways, this is Young1HD. I'm out.